song. Christopher Jam rose from Rome's hallowed halls to Miami's runways, answering ISIS calls. Governor of culture, but at what moral cost? When art meets suppression, whose values are lost. Those faces CECOT, hearts chained in the sky. Liberty stolen where the red flags fly. Who holds the ledger? Who signs the seals? We cry out for justice while the engine reels. Kilmar's name in the log, though he never belonged. A clerical slip, but the penalty's wrong. Human Rights Watch cries, forced disappearances strong. Yet the charters roll on, carrying in this dark song. Christopher Jam rose from Rome's hallowed halls to Miami's runways, answering ISIS calls. Governor of culture, but at what moral cost? When art meets suppression, whose values are lost. Those faces CECOT, liberty paroled. When commerce and coercion become all too bold, we'll challenge the contracts, expose every name, till no civilian charter can hide its cruel game. Let museum doors open to truth and refrain. No crown of governance can shield those who chain. From Toronto to El Salvador's walls, our voices align. Justice will land on every ghost flight's line.
This song weaves together the shadowy flights chartered by global crossing airlines nicknamed GlobalX, which have illegally deported U.S. citizens to El Salvador's CECOT Supermax prison under the Alien Enemies Act, highlighting cases like Daniel Lozano Camargo and Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and the Human Rights Watch condemnation of these forced disappearances under Bukele's regime. It also spotlights Christopher Jamrose, the logistics executive and governor of the Royal Ontario Museum, whose GlobalX ties spark calls for accountability.
Christopher Jam rose,
Once lauded by the Polish Chamber of Commerce and Shackled School, now faces scrutiny for chairing a carrier complicit in constitutional violations, while presiding over Canada's largest museum, the ROM. Against this backdrop of clandestine charters, prison flights, and cultural stewardship, our song confronts the irony and injustice.